Well, this is it. History on the line as the Milwaukee Brewers look to win their Major League leading and MLB record 117th game of the season as they try to accomplish this feat against the St. Louis Cardinals. Don't listen to Matt Vasgersian. Listen to me. It's the Brewers and Cardinals next here on the Brewers Radio Network. And Willie Peralta is the man on the mound for the Crew, looking to win the 117th game of the season, which would set a Major League record. I will say this many times during the broadcast. He comes in with an 18-6 record with an ERA of 3.58, with 207 strikeouts recorded. And Tom Ha is the man to lead things off for the Cardinals. And hold on a second while I shut this bagger, Matt Vasgersian, off.
Hey everybody, it's Harold Reynolds.
Shut up. Back. Alright, we're back here at Miller Park. First pitch is just about underway, and Tom Ha stands in and fouls off the first pitch of the ball game, and it is 0-1. The Brewers win, or the Brewers won game number 116 yesterday in a 7-5 affair with these Cardinals, as Ha sends one in the air to left. Ryan Braun is under it, and that's how this game gets underway.
In the second spot tonight, second baseman.
There's a look at the starting lineup for the Cardinals. They've been mediocre and actually pretty shitty all season, as Colton Wong's walk will be the second man to stand in. The Cardinals' second baseman is hitting mediocre .236. He's been mediocre in the series as well, 1 for 9 with 5 strikeouts. And Peralta winds and fires. First pitch is hit down the line, foul. Past Chris Carter at first, 0-1 on Colton Wong's walk. St. Louis with just 67 wins on the season up to this point, and there's 0-2. Colton Wong is quickly behind in the count, and Bandy calling the ball behind the plate. Sets the sign, and it is caught in center field by Craig Ragland. That was on a line. That was a sinking pitch, and Ragland made the catch, playing in his normal position. Yesterday he got the start in right field. Jonathan Villar got a rare start in center. Here's Randall Garuchik standing in. The Cardinals' number 3 hitter starts this at-bat off by fouling a fastball down the right field line. Comes in with just a .247 batting average, 17 homers, and 57 runs batted in. As he fouls off another fastball, Peralta working quickly and looking good. It is quickly 0-2 on this bagger. Free Willie. The windup and the pitch is high, a 97-mile-an-hour two-seamer. And it is 1-2 on Randall Garuchik. Not too many productive bats in this Cardinals lineup this season, as Willie strikes out Randall Garuchik, and that is how the first inning will conclude. So the Cardinals go down in order 1, 2, 3 to the bottom half here from Miller Park. It is no score. Michael Wacha gets the start for the Cardinals with a 6-8 record through 21 starts. 101 strikeouts recorded and 125 innings pitched. He's been solid on the mound. Hasn't gotten a ton of run support. A lot of no decisions so far this season. It's a normal lineup for Craig Counsell's Brewers, as Jonathan Villar will stand in to lead things off in the Brewers' half of the first. Dusty Lutz in the on-deck circle, followed by Ryan Braun in the hole, as Wacha's first delivery of the night is low and inside, and it is a ball and no strikes. Full capacity crowd here at Miller Park on hand. They all want to see this historic event. Win number 117. Villar looks at a strike, and the count is back to even at 1. It's been a record-breaking season in many ways for this Brewers team. This 1-1 pitch is high and inside and backs Villar up off the plate. It is 2-1 on this versatile infielder slash, I guess he can play in the outfield as well. He did yesterday. Here's a 2-1 pitch as he sends one into left field, and that's going to be caught by Stephen Piscotty, the left fielder, and that is quickly out number 1. As we take a look at the remaining 8 Brewers in the lineup, Lutz, Braun, Crackhead Carter, Craig Ragland, Chris Bryant, Orlando Arcia, Jet Bandy, and Free Willy Peralta. They'll round out the rest of this powerful lineup. Dusty Lutz stands in now in his normal number 2 position. Coming into this ball game 4th in the National League in batting average. It took 4 pitches for Michael Wacha to record the first out. And the first pitch of this at-bat catches the outside corner high, and it's 0-1 on Dusty Lutz, who did not look too happy about that call. Umpire might be blind back behind home plate. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Lutz rolls over on a fastball high, charging the third baseman, makes a strong throw to Adams at first, and 2 up and 2 down have been recorded in the Brewers half of the first. Strong start for both pitchers. Ryan Braun is the 3rd hitter in the inning, and the 3rd hitter in this Brewer lineup, standing in with a .359 batting average. First pitch is low. A ball and no strikes. Eric Summersgill is the blind fuck, calling balls and strikes behind home plate. Wacha, here is the 1-0 pitch to Braun, and it's inside, not even close. Roydbeg ahead in the count, 2-0. MVP chants can be heard. A couple seasons ago, that was Roydbeg. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and it's 3-0 now on Brawny. He's been on a roll as of late, especially on this homestand. He's been tallying up the home runs left and right. He is still passing all of his drug tests, so not much can be said. 3-0 pitches outside, and Braun draws a 4-pitch, 2-out walk, and the Crew have their first base runner. Michael Wacha will have to work for the stretch for the first time against Chris Crackhead Carter, who continues his phenomenal season with 86 long balls, which is a major league record, and 177 runs batted in. That would put him 2nd all-time behind Hack Wilson, who reached that mark back in 1930. And the first pitch from Michael Wacha working from the stretch is right down the middle. 0-1 on Crackhead. Carter also 6 hits shy of 200 on the season. Braun the runner at first. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Carter swings at a fastball on the inside. It jammed him a bit. A shallow fly ball into left is caught by the shortstop, and the inning is over. So the first inning is complete here in this possible record-breaking ball game. To the second we go. It is no score here in Milwaukee. Well, Fat Adams, the Cardinals' first baseman, will start things here in the top of the second against Free Willy Peralta, who set down the Cardinals' first 3 hitters in order back in the opening inning. Adams, he's really a big sack of shit. He looks at a strike, 0-1. 95-mile-an-hour fastball from Free Willy. I don't know what it is about this guy, but I just don't like him. He's a very hateable person. As this pitch is set foul, left field side off the camera well. Quickly 0-2 on Fat Ass Adams. Peralta from the windup. Here's a 0-2 pitch, and Adams swings at a fastball high and inside and is jammed. A little lazy pop-up behind home plate. Bandy makes the catch, and there is your first out. So 4 up, 4 down in the affair so far for Willy Peralta. He has worked fairly painlessly. As we take a look at the defensive alignment for the Brewers, they are pretty much all legendary fielders out there. Left fielder Stephen Piscotty stands in, number 55, and looks at a strike. Quickly 0-1. Bandy laying down the old number 2. Willy Peralta looks a little confused out there, and Jeff Bandy sets the sign again. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it's set in the air to center and shallow. Ragland coming in a bunch of steps and easily snags that fly ball for the second out. So Piscotty is retired.
JP.
This Cardinal team does not want to lose. They do not want to be the team to give up the 117th win of the season to this Brewers club, as J.P. Crawford, the shortstop, stands in and looks at a strike. You know the count, 0-1. I don't know what it is, but every time I broadcast, it's Free Willy on the mound. Set foul off the screen, nothing in 2. On the Cardinals' Bagger shortstop. He's no Ozzie Smith out there. In fact, I'm not sure who this guy is at all. 0-2 pitch is lined in the right field for a base hit. That was over the head of Crackhead Carter. Had no chance at that ball, and St. Louis now has their first runner of the ball game. So the no-no is gone after 5 outs have been recorded. That was a little 83-mile-an-hour changeup that caught too much of the plate, and J.P. Crawford deposited it into right field as Jed Jerkoff, the third baseman, stands in. He's been on a little bit of a cold spell. Just 4 for 25 in his last handful of ball games. Crawford, the runner at first, and this pitch is sent foul into the stands on the field level. Peralta works from the stretch for the first time. Here's the 0-1 to Jerkoff, and it's a fastball high. Back to even. It's been an outstanding year for this Brewers pitching staff for the most part. Carried by the offense, but good pitching also helps, especially deep in a playoff run. Swing and a miss by Jed Jerkoff, the former San Diego Padre, and it's 1-2. There's a look at the Cardinals' Bagger manager. I don't know who that is, and I'm not sure if I really give a shit. 1-2 on Jed Jerkoff. J.P. Crawford, the runner at first. Here it is, the pitch from Peralta, and it's a swing and a miss. Ooh, woo, woo, and Jerkoff is retired, and down go the Cardinals in inning number 2. So the Cardinals get their first base runner thanks to the 2-out single by J.P. Crawford, but nothing to show for it. Through an inning and a half, no score. Well, standing in is another beast. The 26-year-old Craig Ragland stands in with 52 long balls, a 366 average, and 142 runs batted in. Against Michael Wacha, looks at a strike, 0-1. Yesterday he was productive, got on base a couple of times, and had a couple of RBIs in the game. Last night it was 3-3 in the 7th inning, until Chris Bryant came off the bench and hit a go-ahead grand slam. As Ragland sends this one in the air to right field. This one's deep on a line, and it's off the base of the wall. Ragland around first and into second standing, and there is your first extra base hit of the ball game. He's 1 for 1, and his hot streak continues. Well, last broadcast he went 0 for 4, but he starts this game off in much better form as he ropes a double into right center field. Cleanly split that gap, and here's the hero from yesterday's ball game, Chris Bryant, standing in, getting the start. That was double number 50 on the season for Mr. Ragland. As Wacha looks at the runner and fires a strike, 0-1 on the Brewers' star third baseman. There are just so many stars on this team. Superstar. From the stretch, the 0-1 is a fastball outside. We're even. This crowd is getting into it early. They want to see their team win number 117, which would be a major league record. Wacha fires outside, 2-1. These fans paid an astronomical amount for the tickets. At least 5 times the normal price. Here's a 2-1 pitch, and Bryant sends it foul. Unless you were one of the lucky bastards to get a euchre seat. It is 2-2 on Bryant with Ragland the runner at second. Here it is, and Bryant sends it foul again down the right field line. And we'll do it again. This is just getting the crowd pumped up more. Here in the second inning only. Here's a 2-2 pitch, and it's not even close. A full count now on Chris Bryant, as Orlando Arcia is the man on deck. Actually, Bryant pinch hit for Arcia in the clutch situation yesterday. Here's a full count offering as he lines one into left field. This is going to drop a base hit off the wall in the corner. Ragland's going to score. Bryant's going to slide in the second, and it is 1-0 Crew. Well, Chris Bryant had a nice long at bat, worked the count full, and sent that pitch into left field. Piscotty had to chase after it. No chance to get the runner out. And Orlando Arcia has another opportunity to get a run across to try and pad this lead and get this Crew the record-breaking win, which will put them past the 2001 Mariners and the 1906 Chicago Cubs. Neither one of the teams won the World Series, which is kind of ironic, as Arcia sends one foul, left field side, 0-1. Back-to-back doubles for this offense here in the second. Put up 7 runs yesterday. Want to put on a show tonight as Arcia checks his swing on that pitch, which was low. A changeup in the dirt, 1-1. One of the lighter bats in the lineup. Waka fires, and it's sent foul right field side, and it is 1-2. Number 7 hitter in the lineup. Jet Bandy due next. 1-2 pitch is low again. Waka missing his spots in this inning. He did draw a walk. Surrender a walk in the first. That was to Ryan Braun. Here's a 2-2 pitch, and Orlando sends it back again. 26 pitches already through just over an inning of work with Bryant out at second. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and we'll do it again. Boy, this is getting repetitive out here. I'm going to have to start saying something different. Here's the 2-2 from Waka, and fuck. Man, Orlando's just following pitch after pitch off, just like Bryant did in the last at-bat. 2-2. Waka looks at the runner, now comes home, and he sends it foul again. A lot of free souvenirs tonight. I suppose if these beggar fans paid all this money to see this game, it's the least the Brewers could do is send a bunch of foul balls out at him. As Orlando sends one to center, it's sinking, but it's going to be caught by Randall Tommy Gruchik. And that is out number 1. Bryant has to hold where he's at. First out has been recorded. That was a long at-bat. Tired Michael Waka out just a little bit, I'm guessing. I don't really know. I'm talking from second person, you know. There's the defensive lineup for the mediocre St. Louis Cardinals. They come in over 20 games below 500. It's kind of rare to see this Cardinal team struggle. They've been as consistent as any team in Major League Baseball over the last decade plus. Jet Bandy stands in and looks at a pitch inside. 1-0 with Bryant out at second. This crowd is up early. Pitch number 32 is sent foul. Another free souvenir out there. You have plenty of Bell ambulances ready to rescue some drunk fans or some dumb bitch that's not looking at the ball game, looking on her phone. 1-1 pitch is sent back. There's the lazy ball boy having to get up off of his chair. I can't even get a soda! And it's 1-2. Number 34 from Waka is in the dirt. No advancement from Bryant. Playing it safe out there. Count back even. Will Ullman, the catcher for St. Louis, doesn't have a great arm, but Bryant didn't want to take the risk. 2-2 pitches rolled over on the ground to third. There's Jed Jerkoff charging and firing, and that's out number 2. So Bandy's retired, and it's up to Free Willie Peralta to help his own cause. The Crew have a runner across. Ragland with the score to start this inning off. Normal defense for St. Louis, and on the first pitch, Peralta pops it up a mile high behind home plate. There's Ullman, the catcher, squeezed in the mitt, and that will do it here in the second. But Chris Bryant continues his hot streak and knocks in the first run of this ball game. To the third we go. It is 1-0 Crew. Ooh. Here's Michael Ullman. Another mediocre player on this St. Louis ball club, hitting just 206. Doesn't really have much of a bat, and he really doesn't have much of a glove either. Nothing in one on him. He's the number 8 hitter in this shitty Cardinals lineup. Another foul ball, right field side, and look out. There's our first casualty of the ball game, as it looked like some 90-year-old man just got plunked right in the dome. And there's the Bell ambulance. 0-2 pitch is fouled off again by Ullman. Plenty of drunkards here available here at Miller Park Stadium Field for this possible historic event, as Ullman chases that slider out of the zone, and he is the first casualty in the third. Actually, the second if you count the old man that got plunked in the head. There's a look at the National League leaders and wins. It is Strasburg and Free Willy Peralta leading that bunch in the senior circuit, as Michael Waka Flocka Flame stands in. He wants to get on base to help his own cause, because he knows that he's down and he's probably going to lose. He's going to be the bagger to give up win number 117 to this legendary ball club. He's behind in the count. 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch is placed perfectly. I suppose when you have a pitcher standing in there that doesn't have much of a bat, you can kind of let off on the mound. Don't have to put as much velocity on the pitch. Don't have to locate it as well. 0-2 pitch, and Waka didn't stand a chance as he swings and misses at that high inside cheese. And there's out number 2.
Right fielder, Tom Ha.
Lineup will turn over for the second time, as the legendary Tom Ha will stand in with that nice handlebar mustache that few can grow. He looks like a samurai warrior from the 1500s as it's fouled off. Even the legendary Ichiro can't grow that kind of facial hair. 0-1 pitch is hit on the ground. The crackhead Carter at first. He gets his first fielding opportunity, steps on the bag, and that's the inning. Quick pace to this ball game so far through 2.5. Cardinals get nothing. It's 1-0 Milwaukee. Well, it's the top of the order leading things off for the Crew in the bottom of the third. VR, Lutz, and Braun. They flashed them 3 bagger commentators up there on your screen. Unless you're listening to me on the radio, which I don't think you are. They're completely irrelevant, though. VR is 0 for 1 against Waka. He lined out to left field in his first at-bat. As he looks at a strike, he's behind in the count quickly. Michael Waka labored back in that second inning. Here's pitch number 38, and that one was a liberal strike. 0-2. Inconsistent calling behind home plate by this bagger umpire, Eric Summersgill. Luckily, he's fake. He's kind of like a Jim Joyce out there. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Waka, as VR was really late swinging at that pitch and sent it foul. And it was 94 miles an hour, and it looked like it was 104 by how late he swung at it. 0-2 pitch is lined in the left field. That is going to drop for a base hit. He's on board for the first time. Well, to lead off the ball game, he sent one into left field as well, but this one was not hit quite as well, but it found some real estate, and he is aboard. He's got a nice little 10-game hitting streak going here as we enter this final stage of the regular season. Brewers with just one series remaining. They go to Pittsburgh to close the regular season out, as Dusty Lutz stands in and looks low at his 1 ball and no strikes. With the speedster Jonathan Vieira at first. He's off with the pitch. It's a strike, and the throw by Ullman isn't even close. That's a steal from VR. The 105th of the season for your lovely Crew. And that puts a runner in scoring position here in the third inning. Hopefully Lutz can drive this guy in. Dusty Lutz has been clutch. Fouled off. 1-2. He's behind. Well, a lot of people are questioning whether or not this Brewer team can keep this torrid pace of play going this whole season. That's outside 2-2, and it turns out that they can. Jonathan Villar out at second. 2-2 on Dusty Douglas Lutz, and the pitch is sent in the air to left center field, and that is Randall Garuchik under it. Squeezes the glove, one down here in the Brewers half of the third. Ryan Braun stands in. He walked in his first plate appearance. Looking to drive in the second run of this game. That would be Jonathan Villar, and the first pitch is sent foul, 0-1. Waka works from the stretch. Here it is, and Braun looks outside. Back to even. 1 ball and 1 strike. This fucking moron is holding up a fan, or he's holding up a sign. He looks like he's a big fan of Roy Bag, and he very well could have been the person that supplied him with the juice back in 2011. 1-1 pitch, line to left field. That's a base hit. Piscotty fields it off the bounce. Villar's going to hold at third. That was a solid return throw to the plate. There are going to be runners at the corners for the Brewers with 1 out. And holy shit, we have another 10-game hitting streak underway here. You never know. This very well could carry into next season. And he might challenge Joe DiMaggio. Ha, I'm just kidding. He's got a long way to go. Chris Crackhead Carter stands in with a good RBI opportunity as he looks inside 1-0. If he wants to beat Hack Wilson's 87-year-old RBI record, he's really going to have to start turning it on in the final week of the season. 1-0 pitch, line foul, left field side, look out. That one knocked the phone out of some young twat's hand. Ooh, man, that had to hurt. That was a steamer. It is 1-1, and it is actually 2-1. I was too worried about that fan that got drilled. Braun is at first, Villar is at third. Actually, Braun is off. It's a pitch in the dirt, and there is going to be no throw down the second. A perfect pitch to steal on, and all of a sudden there are 2 runners in scoring position. And it is 3-1 on Carter. Here's the pitch, and he sends one. This one's deep in the right. This is going to drop for a hit. Villar is in the score. Braun around the score. And Crackhead Carter is into second. He clears the bases. It is 3-0 Brewers. They extend their lead. More importantly, they are 2 runs away from giving all these fans some free George Webb flat-ass fucking nasty tire patch burgers. Ragland stands in with a runner at second. That would be Crackhead Carter as he looks inside. He's ahead in the count. 54 pitches already for the Cardinals. I guess you can call him ace. I would say he is more or less a piece of shit. As Ragland fouls it off, it is even at 1. Carter really doesn't have any speed. I don't know why Block is even looking out there. As Ragland sends one in the air to left. This is not going to carry. Piscotty barely has to move. And there's your second out. Crackhead stays where he's at. Obviously, he's not going to advance on a pitch like that. Here's Chris Bryant. He's 1 for 1. Hit a double, which brought in the first run of this ball game. First pitch swinging on the ground to short. There's J.P. Crawford, picks and throws, and Chris Bryant is the third out. But Milwaukee scores 2 thanks to Chris Carter's 2 RBI double. Through 3, 3-0 Seattle Pilots. Here's Colton Wong's walk. 0 for 1 with a lineout back in his first plate appearance. Leads off the 4th inning and attempts to bunt at that Peralta fastball, and that was foul and had too much steam on it. Brian made sure it was foul. He used his glove to swipe it. It's 0-1, and who needs to bunt when you can send this one deep in the right? Ragland's gonna leisurely look at it, but it is way out of here. That one was hit in the Toyota Tundra territory out in right field. St. Louis gets on the board. We have a ball game, folks. It's 3-1. Well, Colton Wong's walk really turned around on that fastball. And someone's getting a free gift out there. Whoever caught that ball, I'd fucking sell it on eBay. This guy ain't worth shit. It's his 12th homer of the season. He's now 1 for 2 in the game as we take a look at the replay. And it makes me want to vomit. Anytime you give up a run to this Cardinals team, it makes you want to vomit. Randall Garuchek is going to try to at least get on base here. Maybe not hit a home run. He's just window shopping as he looks at a strike. He got the Marty's Pizza back in the first inning. Looked like a buffoon in that last at-bat. 0-1 pitch is hit on the ground to third. Brian charging, makes an off-balance throw, and that's something he's been doing all year long. Strong throw to Carter, and there is your first out recorded. Here's Fat Adams. Can't stand this guy. Hopefully Free Willy strikes him out. Well, he's off to a good start. Throws a strike past this guy, this Chubba Lubba. 0-1. Here's the pitch. That's just a little low. It's even. Well, the Cardinals manager, I don't know who he is. It's not Mike Matheny anymore. He's been talking about possibly moving Fat Adams into the outfield, but he's going to have to go on a serious workout regimen in order for that to happen. As Adams looks at a strike, pretty displeased with the call, but at least Eric Summersgill has been consistently shitty on both sides. It's 1-2. Bandy sets up outside. He wants Peralta to go out there as Adams swings and sends one a mile in the air into shallow right. That's Orlando Arcia, who was playing back anyways. Easily makes the catch and squeezes the glove. There's your second out here in the Cardinals' half of the fourth as Steven Piscotty stands in. Peralta's been masterful on the mound outside of the home run given up. Colton Wong's walk. Piscotty looks at a strike. We'll do it again. Here's the windup and the 0-1 pitch, and it's a big whiff by Steven Piscotty. A free breeze for all the folks packed in like sardines here at Miller Park. It is 0-2. I don't know what he was swinging at. That pitch was in at his hands. Here's the 0-2 to Piscotty, and he sends it foul. Stays alive. We'll do it again. You kind of see how baseball works. A lot of repetition. And that's how you become a legendary broadcaster as well. A lot of repetition. You just gotta say whatever rolls off the tongue. 0-2 fouled off again. Talking a derogatory matter about all these bagger ball players and people scrolling at their phones. Here's the 0-2, and Peralta just misses low. That was a hairline, borderline strike. Could have gone either way. Piscotty still behind on the count. Here's the 1-2 from Free Willy, and look out, that one backs him up off the plate. Piscotty giving him the evil eye. I don't think there was any intent behind that one. Stop bitching. Count is back to even. Maybe Peralta's just trying to get in his head. Here's a 2-2. Set foul. Another free souvenir for another free drunkard. Actually, it wasn't free. You're paying about $13 a beer here. Here's the 2-2 pitch. We'll do it again. And a check swing. Doesn't matter. Summersgill rings him up. Piscotty is finally sent down. And there is your fourth. To the bottom half. Cardinals do get a run across thanks to the home run from Colton Wong's walk. 3-1. Brewers still lead. Orlando Arcia will lead things off here in the bottom of the fourth.
Number 3.
This guy's 0 for 1. Here's the first pitch on the ground to short. J.P. Crawford has it fielded perfectly. Strong scoop, strong throw, and quickly Orlando is retired. And that brings up your number 8 hitter, Jet Bandy, coming in to this at-bat hitting .299. He said before this game that he'd like to end the season hitting over 300. That's kind of the standard that you set when you play in this Brewer team. Well, they're really not taking any pitches. The second pitch of the inning is chopped to third, and a strong throw from Jerko sets down Jet Bandy very quickly. 2 up, 2 down here in this fourth. And that's kind of a silver lining for Michael Wacha. He needed a quick inning. He's got to get through Free Willy Peralta, the weakest bat in the lineup. Well, no shit, he's a pitcher. He fires inside. That was kind of a garbage pitch. 1-0. And that was also pitch number 60 here through 3 2/3. 1-0 pitch to Peralta's inside, and he's already matched the number of pitches thrown in the inning so far. Garcia and Bandy both grounded out on the first pitch of their at-bats, respectively. And Peralta's already seen 2 in this at-bat. A little bit of discipline. 2-0 pitch is grooved in there for a strike. It is now 2-1. In real life, Free Willy's a bagger. Just got designated to the bullpen. But this is a video game. This is more important. 2-1 pitches swung on and missed. Count back to even here with 2 down in the fourth. Kind of a subdued crowd now. They were up and rolling earlier, but it's a baseball game. Shut up, sit back, and watch like a fan. Peralta sends it foul. We'll do it again. Oh, but they love their baseball here in Milwaukee, especially when you have 116 wins. 2-2 pitch sent on the ground to second, and Michael Wacha has his best inning of the ball game as the Brewers go down in order for the first time. We're approaching the halfway point. To the 5th we go. 3-1 Crew. Well, J.P. Crawford, he's been somewhat productive at shortstop and at the plate. He's 1 for 1, and he leads off the 5th inning by looking at a strike. A 96-mile-an-hour cheese ball from Peralta, and it is 0-1. Ooh, you can hear that zip from up here. Makes me hard. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Way late on that tailing fastball. Nothing in 2. I think Bandy's calling for the changeup here. Is Crawford going to get it? 0-2 pitch. He does get it. And he sends it back up the middle for a base hit. And St. Louis has their leadoff hitter aboard. Not their leadoff hitter, but the first man of the inning aboard.
Third baseman number 3.
And if you want to play comeback ball and you want to play spoiler, that's how you got to do it. Jed Jerkoff stands in trying to get on base for the first time as he sends it foul. Way late on that fastball, 0-1. Crawford with decent speed over at first. Peralta not worried. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's tapped on the ground just in front of the mound. Peralta picks and fires to Carter at first, and there is out number 1. Crawford moves to second. Hey, a little small ball never hurt. I don't think that was intentional. He did roll over on that pitch, but at least he advanced the runner 90 feet. As Will Ullman stands in and looks at a strike. The Cardinals backstop. The light-hitting catcher is 0 for 1. Cardinals' second run of the game is standing 180 feet away. And the 0-1 pitch is sent foul, and Ullman is quickly behind 0-2. 0-2. Ha ha. From the stretch, Free Willy works. 0-2, and swing and a miss by Ullman. And he is your second out. That's something that he's used to doing, though. He comes up there and swings at garbage in general. That's why he's hitting right around 200. Michael Wacha is going to try to help his own cause with a runner at second and 2-man out. And the first pitch is fouled off. That was a check swing, but still made contact with the bat. It wasn't intentional. If this bagger would have completed a swing, he might have deposited one into the outfield. Not the case, though. It's 0-1, and this pitch is whiffed at and missed. Wacha quickly behind. It's kind of fun to say his last name, Waka Flame. It is 0-2, and here's the pitch. Down he goes on 3 pitches. I will not do the Marty's Pizza Chime this time, because I don't feel like it. Peralta gets out of it, and the Cardinals get nothing. through 4.5 here from MPSF. It is still 3-1 Crew. Jonathan Vieira reached in his last at-bat, and he's looking to do it again. Stands in for the third time against Michael Waka Flocka Flame. Here it is. First pitch swinging again. Sent to left field, and Piscotty's there, and that's your first out.
The right fielder, number 10, Dustin Lutz.
Well, we still haven't forgotten about the fact that a record is on the line here at Miller Park Stadium Field. We're almost halfway through this ball game. Actually, we are halfway through this game. Lutz stands in now and looks outside. And the Brewers are halfway through to winning their 117th game of the season, which would be a record breaker. Lutz goes golfing on that pitch. A big, big swing. Count is even at 1. Here it is. And he sends one in the air to right. And Tom Ha barely has to move. Don't want to see his lovely mustache floating in the wind too much. And there are 2 up and 2 down in the Brewers' half of the 5th. Everyone's favorite Roy Bag stands in. 1 for 1 with a walk and a single. And he looks at a first pitch strike. Michael Waka has really settled down in the last couple of innings. Gave up a run in the second and 2 runs in the third, but he's been solid since that point, as Braun looks low and the count is even at 1. Waka from the windup. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Braun, and he sends it foul. He's now behind in the count. With his back up against the wall, Brewers with the bases empty at 2 down. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Braun sends it on the ground to short. Crawford busy out there. Makes a strong throw, and there's your inning. Crew go down 1-2-3 to the 6th we go. Top of the lineup for the Cardinals. They find themselves down 3-1. Well, Mr. Ha is 0 for 2. And he is looking for his first hit of this lovely, lovely affair. It's going to be hard against Free-Fully Peralta, who's amassed an outstanding season. He still has a chance to get 20 wins. He's ahead in the count 0-1 to Tom Ha. 0-1 pitch is sent in the air to right center field. Ragland ranging over to his left, has to run a long way and makes a nice catch out there. Just due to the fact that he had to cover so much ground, he's got some underrated speed for an actual 40-year-old. And Tom Ha is your first out. And here's Colton Wong's walk, responsible for the only run for the Cardinals so far, thanks to the home run that he hit in his last at-bat. And on that pitch, he gives the ball boy something to do, sends it foul on the right field side. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Colton Wong. Tapped foul, and it's 0-2. Bandy with the sign. Peralta says nope. Shakes him off. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And it's a changeup. He tried to get Colton Wong to swing at that one. Tried to get him to chase. We'll do it again. It is now 1-2. And here's the pitch to Colton Wong as he lines one into right field. This is going to be over the head of Lutz and into the corner for a base hit. Lutz plays it off the wall, and Colton Wong is 2 for 3 with a home run and now a double with 1 down. And he has pretty much been the only productive player in this St. Louis offense, at least in this game. He's had a rough season, but anytime you're playing well against this Brewers team, it's something to be proud of. That's the 41st double that he's hit in this long 2017 season, as Randall Garuchik stands in and sends it foul left field side. Runner in scoring position, that is Mr. Colton Wong. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Garuchik, and he swings and sends it in the air to center. This is much less ground to cover for Ragland. Easily camps under it to make the catch. Wong stays where he's at, and that will set up this at-bat for Fat Adams, who has gotten under 2 pitches in his first 2 at-bats. He's 0 for 2, and he's looking to send one out of here, which would tie this game. Here's the first pitch, and he sends it foul 0-1. Here's the 67th pitch of the evening. It's a shitty night here in Milwaukee. It's pissing outside. And here it is. It's sending the air to left. Braun going back. Easily makes the catch. Runner doesn't score. Wong's walk is stranded, and that concludes the matters here in the top of the 6th. St. Louis gets nothing again. Very brisk pace to this possible record-breaking ball game. 3-1 Crew.
Your attention, please.
Here's Mike taking a leak.
Number 8.
Coming in relief for Michael Wacha. Appearance number 47. He, like many players towards the end of the season, getting redacted to the bullpen. He made quite a few starts for St. Louis. He's pitched 170 innings, and his first challenge is going to be Chris Crackhead Carter. And Chris looks outside 1-0. 1-0 pitch, sent foul. We're even again. Oh, there's no substitute like good old-fashioned Brew Crew baseball. A lot of runs scored, a lot of beers consumed here at Miller Park as Carter sends it foul 1-2. And a lot of Jay Galoons roaming around this lovely, lovely ballpark. Carter sends it foul for the second consecutive pitch. Will do it again. Base is empty. Carter the leadoff man here in the inning. And he sends one in the air deep to left field. Back goes Piscotti. Get up! Get out of here! Gone for Carter. Number 87. And that gives the Brewers their 4th run of the ball game. A solo shot. It is now 4-1. As Chris Carter goes deep. And he continues to etch his name into the record books, padding that lead. He has 13 home runs now over Barry Bonds, who is in 2nd place all time. That one measures in at 387 feet. And Mike Leake looks a little bit irritated out there, but hey, there's only so much you can do. Chris Crackhead Carter is a tough out, no matter what. This guy's also a tough out. Here's Craig Ragland. Stands in and looks at a strike. He wants to get on base again. He's already got a double in this record-breaking contest. Brewers just trying to pad their lead. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Leake, and Ragland sends one on the ground to second. Wong backhands and fires, and there's your first out.
Now batting, third baseman,
Chris Bryant stands in, 1 for 2. Hit a double, which gave the Brewers their first run of the game back in the 2nd. And he looks at a strike, 0-1. In front of this capacity crowd. 46,000 plus here as Chris Bryant beats the shift and sends one into left center for a 1-out single. If the Cardinals were playing normal defense, I think that would have been an easy ground out, but they were playing the shift on Bryant, and he's found a little crack to get the ball through. And he still stands atop the National League in batting average, as the first 5 players in the NL in that department are all Milwaukee Brewers. Orlando Arcia stands in with Chris Bryant standing at first. And he looks outside, 1-0. Michael Leake working from the stretch. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and he sends it foul back to even. And that was a nice little grab by that spectator watching the game. Reached over the wall, and now he's getting the heave-ho. 1-1 pitch on the ground to third. This is going to be a double play. Orlando Arcia grounds into one, and that's going to be your inning. That was around the horn. Take a look at the replay. That was jerk off over the Wong, over to Adams. Perfectly played, perfectly fielded. But the Brewers get a run thanks to the Crackhead Carter homer. To the 7th, 4-1 Brewers. Take a look at the panoramic shot of this ballpark. Everything is closed. It's late in the season. Panels are closed. Roof is closed. It's a shitty night. But hey, if the Brewers win this game, I don't think the fans will care if they walk home a little bit wet. They'll probably be intoxicated anyways. Steven Piscotty stands in to lead things off, and he looks outside, 1-0. Free Willy is entering his 7th inning of work. He's pitched fairly well. 0-2 on Piscotty. Pretty much the only blemish so far in the game for Free Willy was the home run that he gave up to Colton Wong. That's all the Cardinals have mustered so far. Piscotty sends it foul. He's behind 1-2. Base is empty. Here's a sign from Bandy. And Piscotty rolls over that 1-2 changeup on the outside. That was well placed. Tough pitch to foul off. It's harder than it looks, especially when it's tailing away from you. 1-2 pitch is low. Back to even now. It is 2-2 on this bagger left fielder. 2-2 pitch is set foul. I've said that so many times in this broadcast, it's not even funny. You talk about repetition, that is it. 2-2 pitch is swung in and missed. Ooh, down goes Piscotty. He's the first casualty.
Now batting, shortstop.
Well, Peralta has racked up a fair amount of strikeouts like he usually does in most of his outings. That was an inside fastball, lower part of the plate, and Mr. Stephen P. had no chance. Talking about P, here's J.P. Crawford, the shortstop. He's been busy at short, like most shortstops are, and he's also 2 for 2 as he looks at a pitch that misses. Here's the 1-0 to Mr. Crawford as he looks at a strike back to even now at 1. Ball and a strike with 1 man out here in the 7th. It would be nice if Peralta went the distance. It's been a while since a Brewers pitcher has thrown a complete game. Is that one misses high, 2-1? I don't remember if a Brewers pitcher has completed all 9 innings during a broadcast. You'd have to go back and watch the rest of my videos. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Sent on the ground to third. That's a nice play by Bryant, who throws off balance for the 2nd out. Boy, that was beautiful. That ball was hit on a line, and Bryant was right there to snag it. Made a nice little backhanded stab. I thought the throw was going to be late, but he put a lot of arm into it. Accurate as well. Kind of looked like Brooks Robinson out there. Now they're going to be 2 down, and here's his counterpart, the third baseman, Jed Jerkoff, standing in. Looks at a strike. He's behind. It is 0-1 on Mr. Jerkoff. And here it is. Big swing and a miss. Quickly behind 0-2. Crowd, surprisingly, sitting on their ass. You think they'd be up. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Jerkoff. And he sends one on the ground right to Jonathan VR, who barely has to move. Makes a beautiful throw to first, and it's time to get up and stretch him out. Take a shit, do whatever. Bottom of the 7th on its way. It is 4-1 Crew. Mr. Bandy's 0 for 2. I think a base hit would get him to the 300 mark. Mike taking a leak is out for his 2nd inning of work. There's action in the Brewers bullpen. It is their setup man, Corey Knebel, getting ready down there. If Peralta's evening is finished, he will have gone 7 innings and allowing just a run on 4 hits. As Bandy looks at a ball low. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and he sends one in the air to center. That is Randall Tommy Grichuk to make the catch for the first out. Free Willy Peralta. Well, turns out his evening is completed as Eric Young Jr., the fucking beast, will grab a bat and pinch hit. The little speedster, he's 32 years old now, but he can still fly. I don't know if he's got Ricky Henderson's speed, but He's definitely a presence out there in them base paths. He stands in and looks at a ball. He's got the advantage. 1 ball and no strikes. Has 30 steals on the season, and he's come off the bench for most of the year. He spent some time in AAA, as he sends one on the ground to Fat-Ass Adams, who looks like he's out of breath. He had to make about 3 steps to get to the bag, but he's really panting out there. 2 down, Eric Young is retired, and Jonathan BREWERS stands in for the 4th time. And on the first pitch, he sends it on the ground to Crawford, who makes an off-balance throw. That is much harder to do than what Crawford made it look like to get the speedy VR. 7 innings are complete now. It's the bottom part of the order. Due up for St. Louis in the 8th.
Your attention, please.
Well, Corey Knebel is now going to come in to pitch for the Crew. Free Willy is done. He's been pitching pretty well. He kind of has been a backup closer for this Brewers team. Neftali Feliz hasn't been pitching very well. Knebel stepped in and got a couple of saves out of it as Will Ullman stands in and looks at a strike. It is 0-1. Now it's a hold situation for Knebel coming in a setup appearance as Ullman sends it foul. He's behind 0-2. He's ready. Here it is. And down goes Ullman again. He gone, and he is the first casualty in the top of the 8th. Well, Knebel made it look easy. That was 3 pitches to Will Ullman. And his average is continuing to decline as Johnny Peralta grabs the bat, and he's going to pinch hit in the pitcher's spot. Mike taking a leak is done with in his outing as Peralta stands in and looks at a strike. It's hard to believe that this guy is in his 15th season already. Came up and played with the Cleveland Indians for some time. He's behind 0-1 and now behind 0-2. Knebel working quickly as per usual. It's the same series of events for this pitching staff. Here's the 0-2. Peralta stays alive barely. Sends it foul, right field side. Crowd is down. There's actually a couple St. Louis fags sitting right behind home plate as Peralta weakly sends one on the ground up the middle. VR ranged over to his left, covered a little bit of ground out there to make a nice throw. 2 up, 2 down. And here is your legendary leadoff man, Mr. Tom Ha. But Ha is 0 for 3. Aha, aha, aha. And against Corey Knebel, swings at the first pitch and pops one up right behind second base. VR looks like he lost it in the lights for a second, but comes back to make the catch to end the inning. Holy shit, this game is going by fast. Bottom of the 8th is already here. 4-1 Brewers.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for St. Louis.
Willis Rodecker.
Willis Rodecker.
He's coming in for his second appearance. In his only ball game this season for the Cardinals,
Right fielder.
he was clean. Did not give up a run or a hit or a walk or any of that bullshit. Dusty Lutz stands in and looks at a pitch high. It is 1-0. He's 0 for 3. This isn't one of my better broadcasts, but hey, not bad. At least I'm doing one. As Lutz sends one in the air to right. That's Tom Ha under it to make the catch. And quickly 1 down. Forgot to mention that Mr. Neftali Feliz is warming up in the Brewers bullpen. He's going to pitch in the 9th inning and try to give his team the win. That would be number 117 as Ryan Braun stands in. He's behind in the count 0-1. 1 for 2 officially with a walk, single, and a ground out. Pitch from Rodecker is sent in the air to left. That's going to be a no-doubter. Go, ball, go. Braun sends one out. Another solo shot for the Brewers offense. That extends their lead by 4 runs. It is now 5-1 Crew. Well, Crackhead Carter and now Ryan Braun contribute to the offense as Braun hits his 50th home run of the season. Sent it into the left field bleachers, and a lucky fan out there has a nice little souvenir. That was a pitch right down the middle of the plate. Willis Redecker's ERA has gone from 0 to an astronomically high number. Here's Chris Crackhead Carter. He hit the solo home run in his in his last at bat. It is 5-1 Milwaukee in the 8th. He fouls up the first pitch. Here's the 0-1, and Carter sends one into left field for a base hit. Well, that was a curveball, and it was low in the zone, but Crackhead Carter made a nice adjustment. That was right on the outside corner, 72 miles an hour. A little bit ahead of that pitch, but he used all of his muscle to send that one into left. That's a tough pitch to get a hold of. As Mr. Regland stands in, batting right-handed this time, 1 for 3. In the bottom of the 8th, his team is up 5-1. First pitch is a changeup that he got under, just missed it. Into center field, Randall Garuchek is under it, and there's your second out. Well, Craig Regland missed that one by an eyelash. If he would have gotten on top of that ball by a little more, that one would have been into the left field. That would have been into the Associated Bank section. Here's Chris Bryant, 2 for 3. First pitch is inside. It is a ball and no strikes. Fans are eagerly anticipating this 9th inning. Not a safe situation anymore, as Will Redecker throws a pitch low to Chris Bryant. He's ahead in the count, 2-0. Mr. Bryant with a double and a single with an RBI. Drove in Regland back in the second. 2-0 pitch is outside. 3-0 now. Well, the Cardinals pitching staff, they've been eaten up all season long by Chris Bryant, and now they are pitching him a little more liberally. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and he looks at a strike. That was a give-me fastball, but it's kind of a Cardinal sin to swing 3-0. And we'll do it again. Bryant is still ahead. 2 down here in the 8th. Here's the 3-1 pitch as he sends one in the air to right center. That is Randall Garuchek under it. Squeezes the glove, and that's the inning. But Ryan Braun contributes big to this offense as he hits a solo home run through 8 here at Miller Park. The anticipated 9th inning will be underway shortly. It's 5-1 Brewers.
Leading off for the Cardinals.
9th inning is just about ready to get underway as Colton Wong's going to lead things off. If you're the Cardinals and you want to get back into this game, I guess there's no better guy to have up. He's 2 for 3 with a home run and a double, as Neftali Feliz is going to come on for his 46th appearance. He's got 24 saves. He's been pitching fairly shitty as of late, but he had a clean outing yesterday, got the save, and he's looking to get back on track here in the final week of the season. It's imperative that he does that before the playoffs start. Here's the first pitch to Colton Wong, and it's outside, 1-0. Now the fans are up. 3 outs away from an all-time record of 117 wins. Here's the 1-0. Inside. 2-0 now to Colton Wong. Feliz not taking much time out there. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Colton Wong, and it's a strike, 2-1. Wong still ahead in the count. Sign from Bandy. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and it's sent on the ground to short. VR's there to make the play, and they are 2 outs away from the record.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Oh, the anticipation is building here at Miller Park. Over 46,500 people are up on their feet, except for some bagger in the front row. Randall Garuchek stands in. and looks at a pitch inside from Feliz. High velocity on that fastball. He can hit 100 if he really rears back. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. That was 96. He was way behind that pitch. 1-1. Normal depth for the Brewers defense with the bases empty. Tense situation. Here's a 1-1 to Grocek, and it's on the ground to second. That's Orlando Arcia. 2 down. Well, they are now 1 out away from breaking the Major League record. The 01 Mariners had 116 wins. The 1906 Cubs had 116 wins. And so did the 2017 Brewers, but they want to get number 117, as it's up to Matt Adams to keep things alive for the Cardinals as he looks at a strike, 0-1. For some reason, everyone is sitting now. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Adams, and it's a check swing, fouled off the bat, and they're down to their final strike. Bandy with the sign. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and it's a swing and a miss. Down goes Adams. He strikes out, and there's your record. No team has won more games in Major League history than the 2017 Milwaukee Brewers. What else could happen to this team? It is absolute euphorium here at Miller Park Stadium Field as you have witnessed Major League history. What a moment here at Miller Park as all the fans are stumbling out. Thousands of morons celebrating in the parking lot here at Miller Park. Final score, Brewers win it 5-1. Back with the totals and summaries here from this record-breaking night on the Brewers Radio Network.
The final line score for our ball games tonight for the victorious Brewers. 5 runs.
Well, we're back here at Miller Park.
No errors.
Major League history. The Brewers win their 117th win of the season, or win their 117th game of the season.
They left 3 men on base.
Can't be stated enough, as no team in Major League history had won more games in a 5-1 contest for your victorious Brewers. 5 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. It was a clean game defensively for both teams. For St. Louis, a run on 4 hits. Their only offense was a Colton Wong home run. Your player of the game is Chris Carter. He had a nice evening, 3 for 4 with a home run double, 3 runs batted in, and he scored a run. Ryan Braun was also 2 for 3 with a home run and an RBI. Willie Peralta gets the win, 19-6 he improves to. He also gets the 117th win for his ball club. Said it a million times in this broadcast. He pitches 7 innings, gives up a run on 4 hits. The bullpen was clean. He also struck out 8. The losing pitcher is Michael Wacha. He drops to 6-9. He pitched his 5 innings, gave up 3 runs on 5 hits, did not strike out a batter, and gave up a walk. Well, after the ball game, the Cardinals manager was interviewed, and he was not too happy with his performance from his ball club. He was a little bit irritated with the reporters who were asking him a bunch of stupid questions, and you know, you can't blame him. He just gave up the 117th win of the season to the Milwaukee Brewers. Let's take a look. Let's take a listen into the Cardinals dugout. It's the manager, the bagger. We'll listen in.
No, don't ask me all this stupid ass question. No. And all these stupid ass questions every night. Find the guy hit back for Miller. Miller started the game. He's playing his left-handed pitches. Brandon's not playing his left-handed pitches. Find the guy back for Miller. You think I'm a goddamn fool? Not all these ass questions every night. And stay out here asking all these dumb ass questions. Stupid. Suckers. Asking me that stupid ass every night. Stupid ass. I'm not taking no shit off. You guys are not taking no shit off the players. I'm sick and tired. I'm fed up with everything. No shit from you guys, no shit from you players. And they can do any thing they want to do. I'm sick and tired of all this bullshit. Now, put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Well, there's a listen into the Cardinals manager. He was not too pleased with his team's performance, and he was also sick of all the stupid questions that the reporters were asking him. And it was a tough season, man. The Cardinal fans and the Cardinals team, they're disappointed with their effort this season. Once again, the final score here from Miller Park in an historic evening. 5-1, the Brewers win it. Until next time, good night and good luck.